Hi, my name is Crystal Diaz and you're watching Sing Together, Learn Together, a multilingual YouTube series all about learning how to sing popular songs that are performed in Mandarin, Cantonese, and English. So for today's episode, I'm going to be commenting on a song that was suggested by Scarlett Putt. So thank you very much, Scarlett, for your suggestion. And of course, I hope you like this video. So for this episode, I picked a live performance by ALin, and this was back in 2011 at the Ai請問big rainbow music festival. So let's get started. Okay, so just for that first line that she sang, you can hear how she takes her in-breath. You know, the manner in which you inhale has a huge impact on the sound that comes out of your mouth. And also for this first line, it's pretty low for a lot of female singers. You know, she keeps her throat, her space inside very nice and open. The most important thing as a singer is you have to try as much as possible throughout your performance to keep these muscles around the larynx to be as unengaged and not tense as possible. You see that? Very, very light. You see, okay, I love that. I mean, so I pick up on weird things sometimes, but I really love how she took a breath and she paused. Kap tam hey, you take a breath in and then pause for a minute, let that air sort of settle in a way, and then sing. I also love that she's so emotive, and if you can't tell, I'm a huge fan of ALin. I've always loved her, so I love how she is so naturally emotional, and she doesn't go overboard. It's a pretty sad song, and it's easy to get so lost in these emotions that you completely forget about your technique. And I think learning how to sing is definitely a case of balancing the two. You cannot always go fully on like 100% technique. That's boring. But you can't also go fully 100% style because that's only going to take you so far. And ALin, she has this awesome balance of style and emotion and technique. You can see her in-breath again. She takes a pause a little bit. She's very relaxed in her inhales. Very shaky. The camera, not her. Okay, just this little bit here that she just did, she still maintains this technique of same amount of airflow all the way through. And again, I talked about this in the previous video. So one technique that I often teach singers is put your hand on your face. Well, don't really do this on stage, right? But you almost want to feel like the air is not going to go much past here. And you know, obviously I can feel some of my air, but I'm not going. And you can literally feel that those bursts of air coming out onto your palm of your hand. That's what I mean by sometimes if you're inconsistent in your volume or you're inconsistent in the tone all throughout a line, you can end up losing a lot of air. Very nice. She goes, I, and she opens her mouth, so she gets that nice I vowel sound, and it travels really nicely when she does that. But then, you know, on that high note, because this is the first time she sings this chorus, one, she goes, is very heady, very head voice. You're more noticing her emotion behind that than, oh, she sang hot head voice there, and she didn't use a mixed voice or whatever. Like, that doesn't matter at the end of the day, right? But at the end of the day, what matters is I felt that. Her energy and her emotion of why she wanted to go, once a month, and those little things, that's the huge difference between what makes an artistic singer. Whatever you do, make sure it comes from a place of genuine feeling. And then obviously through practice, you can use your technique to support those choices as well. Oh, I love that. She goes, I mean, I said the wrong lyrics, but whatever. She has such a nice subtle dynamic there. It's light and then a little bit solid and light, but it's still within the same placement of area. So she's not like going, it's not like it's coming in and out of volume. I love that. That's actually really hard to do. She does the same thing here. So she's still in this zone of like, I wish and light on high. You see volume? So even when she's going a bit more dynamic here, she's not going loud. Like, you're not listening to that and being like, ooh, she's suddenly loud there. No, you're like, oh wow, there's a swell of emotion going through her sound. So you can hear her, she's coming a little bit more intense. It's not loud, just a little bit more intense. Intensive in terms of the sound quality. You see? So she's starting to get more mixed tone coming. Like she's starting to go into it a little bit more. And it's a story that she's telling. She's saying, this is where I'm at right now, my emotions, and then now I'm getting a little more intense. And she's really good at that. And you see how she opens her mouth? Okay, so even that part. So if you compare how she sang that line to the first time she did it, prior to the first chorus, you can already hear a dynamic difference. That's also hard to do when you accent. Sometimes in Chinese I call it 重声. And it also tells your audience that, hey, I'm building up my emotion here. Get ready for, a little bit more expression. You hear that? Whoa, whoa, and whoa, and she goes big there. Love that. She says, does the same thing. Whoa, and I love that. She has that nice big cavernous sound starting to come out. The voice is an instrument. We have to really think of it that way. And okay, so this is a little technique that sometimes I talk about in lessons, and don't take it literally. And I don't mean that every time you sing a high note you should do this, but sometimes it's helpful to nod your head and bend over a little bit. And let me explain why. It's sometimes useful to trick your body into not thinking of that note as being high. And so what she does here, and I don't know if she does that on purpose, or she's doing it based on an emotional thing, I don't know. So she turns her body a little bit, right? Once a month, right? She kind of goes like this, right? You can try that. So those points, yeah, so steady, right? Anyone who's ever sung this song will know that it's very easy to go to the end and be like, I don't have enough breath left. So for example, if I go, 我一个人翻过山越过海只为 every time I'm hitting that note, because it's a repeated note, it's the same note all the way through this line. If that note is in a different placement every time, and by placement I mean the sound quality is so different. 即係好似走嚟走去 in Cantonese we call like running around all over the place. It's going to be really hard to sing this line. I think of one thing, which is that repeated note. I don't even care about what happens to the rest of them. Of course I care, but I don't pay as much attention to the other words. 一番也只 right? So I'm thinking the whole line, but I'm only going to sing those notes. So after I practice that a few times, then I can actually go back and put the rest of the words into the line. So 我一个人翻过山越过海，只为你对我好过，这份爱前所未有。And I'm actually still okay. I still have enough breath for the rest of the line. Yeah, so she connected that all the way through, right? Without taking a breath. Oh, so she does it a little bit different here than her recording, which is great, you know. It's important for a singer who sings this song so many times and still have it come from a place of passion and love for the song, and rather than, oh my God, don't make me sing this song again, like I can't believe I have to sing this song again. So here's the big climactic point, very steady, see? I love that, how she does that. And then look at her. Okay, so that's interesting. I haven't seen this whole video before, so this is the first time I'm seeing it. So she takes quite a long pause, if you notice that. It's like you expect her to come in and she's just like, I'm not ready yet. You know? That is professional, because she's not ready, you know. And let me just have a quick listen again. Yeah, so here, you know, I feel like she's starting to get a little tired here. So she's starting to get a little bit throaty here. It's so subtle though, that it still sounds perfectly fine. Let's continue. She's so focused. And she's still trusting her instrument, right? And then, take a breath. You see how she did that? She just took a breath and she's like, I'm gonna take my breath, because I'm gonna need it, right? That's kind of what she's doing. It's like, I'm taking my breath. I don't care if I missed my cue, right? And she still nails it. Okay, so if I remember correctly, go, in the recording, she actually goes up. She doesn't go up again, probably because she was tired, and who cares? She's still nailing it, right? Okay, so you start to hear, again, it's the first time I've seen this video, you start to hear a little bit muscly on those high notes there. And this proves her professionalism, that she's human, right? She's normal, she has good days and bad days, but she can still nail a performance. That's the true sign of a real artist, right? Oh, okay. So it's a little bit sharp there. So some singers, like I said, if they're struggling, sometimes their default habit will just be to just scream it. I'm just gonna shout it out there and just be done with it, right? But you can see that she's still trying to make sure that she's within control and within boundaries. Yeah, it's still a beautiful performance. She's so classy. She's making artistic choices based on how she's feeling physically and also how she is in that moment with that particular song. So that is my commentary on A-Lin's song 爱请问怎么走. And thank you again to Scarlett Put, who suggested this song. And if you want to participate, we still have 2 more songs left for this month that we're going to do. To participate, please go to our CSMA Studio Facebook page, like our page, and then post a comment for the song that you would like to see. We will pick the top 3 songs, well, top 2 songs now, with the most likes, and then I will do a commentary on it. Until then, see you guys next time. Bye!